Hello everybody, Avian here. I'm going to do a very short commentary on Janna and explain some of the great advantages that you can have with her when you play a game. Now first off, I just want to say that Janna, I have done a guide on her and I will do another one in the future, but she is incredible. She has an incredible kit at protecting your team, let alone your AD carry, and if you play her really well and get good with her, I promise you, your AD should rarely die. She is so powerful, and I really recommend that you kind of take something from this video if you want to learn her, and perhaps check out the guide as well if you're not sure how a kit works, and stay tuned for a 3-minute guide in the future. So straight off the bat, the jungler is ganking. Now what I have to say is, whenever your jungler ganks, always help them. They're coming to spend their time in your lane, so you should make the effort to make sure that you know they're coming, and position and be ready to gank with them. There, Vayne is actually taking Quicksilver bolts at level 2 rather than Condemn. Volibear sticks around because he sees this and we're able to secure a kill. Something that's really irritating me in solo queue at the moment is that people are invading jungles all the time. Please guys, you need to look at your minimap every few seconds if you want to win more games. If your jungler gets invaded, stop CSing if you're near him and go and help him. You need to help your jungler. If you fall behind in lane and you start screaming at your jungler for a gank, but you didn't help him when he got invaded at 2 minutes and he got behind, how can he gank? If your jungler's behind, he can't gank. Now I said before that Janna has an amazing kit. Let me just reiterate what I mean by that. She has an ultimate and a Q, which is a Howling Gale, that disrupts all the gap closers in the game. So, if you are an amazing Janna player, when you're in lane against a Leona, a Thresh, a Tristana, or you're being ganked by a Jarvan, a Shen, whoever, just some examples, if you can use your Q properly when Leona's on her way to you when she hits a Zenith Blade, which is her E, you will disrupt that. If you can hit your Q when Thresh hits his grab, you will disrupt that. So, you have to practice to be able to do it, and by no means am I perfect, but it is the best ability for keeping your carry safe in the laning phase at bot lane. Now the way I play Janna might not necessarily be the best way to play her, but this is what I think you should do in the laning phase. Against any combination, you should always be behind your AD carry. The reason is, your Q can disrupt the gap closers or any aggression that comes onto him when it comes towards you. Another way to use your Q is to actually push the lane quite quickly. For example, if you're Janna, you can Q the lane, and then Caitlyn, for example, could pilt over after your Q, and you can E as well, which on Caitlyn, which allows her to have extra AD when she fires the pilt over, thus pushing the lane. So as I say, stay behind your carry, protect him, throw out a shield when he wants to trade, and you can do some extra damage, throw out your shield to sustain, and use your W to either kite the enemy around, or if you're chasing them, use it on them to slow them and secure a kill. And when you do hit level 6, you have an ultimate that you should never ever die to anything in lane when you have an ultimate and a Q that isn't on cooldown. Because these two spells are the best things ever at resetting fights on any of the supports. Now this team fight I make a great mistake, and I really want to show you this and explain exactly what I do wrong so you can take something very valuable from it. We can see Jarvan coming down to gank here. We can see Thresh positioning himself to land a grab here. Now we have two abilities coming on us and I can only stop one of them. Ezreal has his arcane shift, meaning that he can probably dodge the Thresh grab, therefore I'm going to go ahead and try and position myself for Jarvan, hence why I'm standing here. Now if you watch very closely, you see a big mistake that I do here is, although I do shield Ezreal, which is a good thing, I run too far back towards my turret. This leaves Ezreal completely by himself. What I should have done was stand here. Now it's very difficult for me to use my Q to interrupt Jarvan. Fortunately, he doesn't use flag and grab yet, and Ezreal still has his E to get away. Now you see me casting out Q when Jarvan ults, and it doesn't interrupt him. Then, we both get caught in the ultimate. I'm able to ult them all the way from Ezreal, but Vayne comes in, as you can see now, hitting Ezreal a couple of the times, and Jarvan comes back in with another flag and drag, and they're able to secure the kill. Now I'm going to play it back at normal speed for you guys so you can check out what I should have done. Now, first of all, my positioning at first was fine, but I went too far back. You can't do that, you need to stay near your AD a lot more. Secondly, Ezreal maybe could have dodged the hook with his E, but he didn't. He did use it to get out of the threshold though, thus taking less damage. But the key fail this fight was the ultimate in the Q. Now what I should have done was save my ultimate for when Jarvan ults, and then used my Q when he tried to do flag and drag. Unfortunately, I did it the other way around. I tried to interrupt his ultimate with my Q, and that doesn't work, and I didn't know that until this game. So the big thing to say is take something away from every single death and mistake you make with Janna, because really you could have played it better and people didn't have to die. Any questions about this fight, leave a comment and I will reply. Now the second fight I'm going to give you the laning phase, and then I'm going to move on to the team fight positioning and analysis, is a fight with another Jarvan gank at bot lane. I position myself now at the front because I want to zone Vayne because he's low, and then Thresh grabs me as I'm casting W, so I'm unable to stop him with my Q. And then you see that I use my Q on Vayne, and then Jarvan comes in, so we don't have anything to interrupt him. Seeing that they're all low, I do want to keep fighting, so I put my ultimate there. The bush is warded, and then I am exhausting Vayne now and trying to run away from him just so Ez can get him down. Vayne comes to get me, so I'm juking him in the vision with the brushes, and then I'm able to flash into the next bush and not die, and we're able to get a 2v3 triple kill there. So this is an example here of how you can use brushes in bot lane, in positioning, and your ultimate, all of your kit to kind of play with the enemy, manipulate their position, and drag fights out so your AD can get them low and do plays. Just a quick heads up on the Masteries that I'm running. It's 1:13:16, taking the extra point for exhaust. You have some points in the defensive tree to keep you a little bit more sort of endured in lane, and of course the bonus gold and the ward in the utility tree. Now for runes, I personally use armor marks, armor seals, and ability power per level with 3 gold essence quints. But there is alternatives that are on the screen now. But do note that if you do run ×9 gold seals, your laning phase will be quite affected and you won't have much presence, so you'll find that you have to play a lot more passive. Janna's skill order is extremely flexible, but I tend to be maxing E first, then W and then Q, allowing for stronger shields, better roaming, and then your potential to push lanes and disengage. I take a point in R whenever I can. So that's just a short little commentary there on a game that I played. I hope it's helped. If you have any questions at all, guys, as always, leave a question. I'll do my very best to reply. If it's helped, don't forget to like the video. That shows that you guys are learning, and I'll keep doing these for you. Yesterday I did a video with Fi, which was 3 minutes on a Nami guide. We're going to be doing some more of those for each of the supports, so if you like them, head over to his channel and check them out. There's a link here too. And this is all I have to say. Have a brilliant week, and I shall see you all next time.